Today we will discuss about dry compression versus wet compression. Before we understand TH diagram for vapor compression refrigeration cycle and some formula related to vapor compression refrigeration cycle or VCRS. Here I draw TH diagram for vapor compression refrigeration cycle. Here I write pressure at the evaporator, pressure at the condenser. Also write point 1, 2, 3, 4 where point 1 to 2 is showing compressor, 2 to 3 is showing condenser, 3 to 4 is showing throttling valve and 4 to 1 is showing evaporator. We understand what is the function of evaporator, compressor, condenser and throttling valve. Evaporator and condenser both are heat exchanger used to transfer the heat from one medium to another medium or from system to surrounding. 1 to 2 is compressor. Compressor is a mechanical device which is used to increase the pressure and temperature of working fluid. Here you can see point 1 is at evaporator exit and point 2 at attached with the condenser. So the pressure from evaporator pressure to condenser pressure is increased by the compressor. So it is used to increase the pressure and temperature also of the working fluid. And 3 to 4 is showing throttling valve. What is the function of the throttling valve? Throttling valve is used to release the pressure from, you can see point 3 attached with the condenser and point 4 it attached with the evaporator. So throttling valve is used to release the pressure but the temperature remains the same. So throttling process is isenthalpic process and adiabatic process, because due to adiabatic process the temperature of the working fluid remains same. If it will not adiabatic process, then temperature may increase or decrease but the temperature remains same. Here I write some formulas related to refrigeration effect. Refrigeration effect we get in evaporator from point 4 to point 1. So I write formula for evaporator or refrigeration effect is H1 minus H4 and the unit will be kilojoule per kg. If we talk about refrigeration capacity, then the formula of the refrigeration capacity will be mass flow rate multiplied by refrigeration effect and the unit will be kilowatt. How we can derive the unit kilowatt? Mass flow rate, unit of the mass flow rate will be kg per second and refrigeration effect will kilojoule per kg. Kg get cancelled and you know very well kilojoule per second is equal to kilowatt. So this is unit of refrigeration capacity. And the third formula is work input. Work input be supplied work to the compressor so that it will from point 1 to point 2. So the formula for the work input will be H2 minus H1 kilojoule per kg. And the formula of the power input will mass flow rate multiplied by work input and the unit will be same as refrigeration capacity. And the formula of the COP is desired effect by work input. We get desired effect in evaporator and supply work to the compressor. So desired effect from H4 minus H1 and work supplied from it will be H2 minus H1. So work input will be from point 2 to point 1 or from 1.2 to point 4. It is in compressor, so it will H2 minus H1. Let me start our discussion related to dry versus wet compression. Dry compression, if the entry to the compressor is from saturated vapor, then it is called dry compression. In dry compression only vapor is present, saturated vapor is present, no liquid particle is here. But in case of wet compression, the entry to the compressor, as I say you, compressor from point 1 to point 4 is from wet region. Wet region is a mixture of liquid and vapor particle. So in wet compression, the entry from wet region, which is mixture of liquid and vapor particle, so due to this the refrigeration effect get decreased and some other disadvantage also I write disadvantage here. disadvantage of bed compression. First one is refrigeration effect decrease. As you can see, before bed compression we are getting refrigeration effect of this amount from 0.4 to 0.1, but in bed compression we are getting only this amount of refrigeration effect. So refrigeration effect get decreased from H1 minus H4. This is for dry compression, and in bed compression the refrigeration effect decreases at dash H1 dash minus H4. So this amount of refrigeration effect we are not getting. So first disadvantage is that refrigeration effect get decreased. Second disadvantage is that liquid particle which is present in the mixture increase the chances of wear and tear, and also increase the chances of damage the compressor body and its ball. So second disadvantage is that liquid particle which is present in the mixture of liquid and vapor washed away the liquid lubricant, so it increases the chances of wear and tear, and also increases the chances of damage the compressor body and its ball. And third disadvantage that it is indirectly showing incomplete evaporation, because if complete evaporation takes place, so the it compressor started from saturated vapor line, but due to bed compression it is starting from point 1, so the refrigerant is entering from point 1 dash, so it is showing incomplete evaporation, and if enter at point 1 dash, then the compressor work will also increases, because we made compressor to handle gaseous phase of the substance, but here it is a mixture of vapor and liquid particle, so the compressor work also increase. So these are disadvantages of bed compression. So today we discuss about dry versus wet compression and some formula related to vapor compression refrigeration system or VCRS. Thank you.